This may be hard to listen to. 1 in 8 women in the U.S. and 1 in 5 high school girls binge drank in 2011. That means a lot of people in the DFW area are affected by this problem. It is a big problem, binge drinking among women. Here to shed some light on this issue is a new film on the subject, and Debbie and Diane with the Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse pull this film together and tell a story, a staggering story. Why are women binge drinking?
Well, this issue has been somewhat under the radar for quite some time, and filmmaker Lori Butterfield out of D.C., out of Washington, D.C., came across these statistics. And she was doing a project for an ad council up in the Northeast, and she saw some numbers and she said, wow, in the past decade, the number of DUI arrests for women have shot up 30%. And yet, when she looked at the number of DUI arrests for men, they hadn't shot up. So she said, what's behind all these numbers? And so the film, Lipstick and Liquor, takes us into the lives of 5 women living in 5 different parts of the United States that all share that common journey of being aware that they have alcohol disease, that they are abusing alcohol. It didn't start out that way. You know, they didn't make a conscious decision to do that. It just evolved. And so they go from awareness to realizing they need to get help and find treatment and go through recovery, which is the hopeful and inspirational part of the movie.
So what does recovery consist of?
Recovery consists of treatment, and recovery doesn't end when treatment ends. Recovery is lifetime. It's something that has to be managed throughout a person's life. You don't suffer from alcoholism and then stop after you've gone through treatment. It's a chronic disease like any others that requires management all through a person's life.
Okay. You know, I get so confused by the word disease. It's like anything we go through is a disease now. It's not like it's I drink because I'm miserable in my life, because I can't stand the person I am. I drink because drinking helps me think I'm funnier. It makes me think I'm more popular, which to me doesn't sound like a disease. It sounds like somebody taking something that's going to make them feel better about themselves. So I'm wondering how much getting in touch with yourself about why you drink, what is the void, what is the hole in you that you think can be filled up by alcohol? Does it touch on that?
Yes, the film actually covers on a few areas. One is, we now know through brain science that some folks have a genetic predisposition to alcoholism. And then there is the aspect of, it's sort of a gray line of something that becomes a habit, then becomes an addiction. And I think you'll see this through this film too. Not all women drank 6 beers in one sitting on their first time that they had alcohol, but it just sort of grew.
It sort of grew. And so do these women come together like in a social group where they take shots and see who's the first one under the table?
No, actually we are going to visit, for example, these are some of the characters in the movie. Emily, who lives in Phoenix, Arizona. Then we see Julie up in the Northeast in Virginia, you know, and then we see Haley that's living in Hollywood Hills, California. So we're able to see women in different areas of life, in different stages of their life, and in different geographical parts.
How can we see this film?
We can go to Studio Movie Grill this Thursday, February 28th. The show starts at 7 p.m., doors open at 6:30, and it's listed actually on the Studio Movie Grill website, which is studiomoviegrill.com. And it's just regular pricing. In fact, if you have a Groupon, you can buy the ticket with your Groupon pass. If you're a senior, you get senior pricing, student pricing. And what's great is after the movie, we bring all this information together and through a panel discussion. And so we have experts. We have Dr. John Talmadge from UT Southwestern Medical Center, and he's an expert on where addiction starts in the brain.
And so are people going to be drinking while they're watching this movie at the grill?
Studio Movie Grill will offer their normal beverage menu, their normal menu, and because it's a documentary,
It is, I know.
and I love documentaries, and that's actually my aspect of this. I found the film and I brought the film to Dallas, and Debbie is with the Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse. But
We'd like to have you back sometime.
Thank you.
Okay, if you want to see Lipstick and Liquor, there's a screening happening, just like we said, on Thursday this week at the Studio Movie Grill at 75 in Royal. Doors open at 6:30. Movie starts at 7. So for tickets, you can go to studiomoviegrill.com.